Alright, two things I want to talk about before we get into the review of this show and all of its greatness. One being, I swear to God, this show is like crack. I need more. I mean, the light novels are out there, but like, I don't want to read the, because I want to experience anime firsthand and all this good stuff. Two, being, I understand that the fan subs of the show get on before Crunchyroll airs their, the actual, like, license for it. I understand that. I like watching it on Crunchyroll because, you know, I pay for a Crunchyroll subscription, so I'm going to use it and not use fan subs. So that's why my reviews are always like, I don't know, like, I like 24 hours late, or like 20 hours late from when like the fan subs are up. Anyway, what is up, ladies and gents? Nate here, bringing you my review for my teen romantic comedy SNAFU 2, episode 3, known as Quietly, Yukinoshita Yukino Makes a Decision. So there's a new opening animation to introduce to. It actually shows, from what I remember, like all of the characters within the show. Where in the first one, like for the first two episodes, it just showed our three main characters. Personally, I like the first animation better, but you know, this one's alright. Like, I saw someone combine the two, and it looked pretty good. I mean, like, maybe they'll change it down the road again. I doubt it, but you know, it's like it's still the same opening song, which I really am enjoying at the moment, so that's good. But anyway, let's get on to the big stuff, and man, this episode was, oh my lord, I know why I love the show so much, and this episode just proves it. So Hachiman and the others return from their school trip that they had, and Hachiman isn't acting the same. We see his little sister trying to like see what happened, but he's like, no, I'm not going to tell you because nothing happened, which we all know as an audience that isn't true. Anyway, I like this little hints that they try to do, because if you remember, like the last thing that the episode ended on the last episode, it was like, and the biggest liar of all was me. And thinking about Hachiman's character, and the thing that relates back to what he just said, is that Hachiman hates liars, and we see that in this episode when he goes to buy coffee from the Coca-Cola vending machine. Instead of choosing the regular coffee he chooses, which I'm assuming is like sweeter and all of this, he chooses straight like black coffee. And like straight from that point, I was like, why would you drink black coffee in the first place? Because that is, one, nasty, and two, something is obviously going inside like Hachiman's head. Like, he might be depressed or something. Anyway, we're finally introduced to the third girl of the series that is on the promotional poster, that being Iroha, I believe her name is. Anyway, she's running for student council president, of course, but thing is, she doesn't want to win because her friends set her up for it, and thing is, like, she's the only one running. So Hachiman's solution is the same as always, just make it where she makes a really bad, like, campaign speech where the people don't have faith in her, and that way they don't have to vote, that way they don't vote for her and just like wait for a new candidate and stuff like that. But Yukinon is like, no, we're not doing that, that doesn't solve anything. And this is where it gets really good. Now, understanding Hachiman's character is very hard if you're just starting with the second season, but if you look at season 1 and season 2, or for what we saw so far, Hachiman chooses the shortest route possible. And this is why Yukinon is mad at him and is disappointed in him, is that he throws himself under the bus and gets a solution right away. But thing is, that's just a short-term solution. Like, as we see last week, Hachiman asks his, whatever her name was, out, and she's like, no, I'm not gonna be in a relationship with anybody or anybody else that asks me, so that way Toby knows that he's gonna get rejected. But the thing is, that doesn't solve anything. It just moves it back to square one, where Toby still likes that girl. I am blanking on her name right now, but thing is, like, he's gonna ask her later on, and thing is, she's still gonna get rejected, or rather he's gonna get rejected. And thing is, like, the relationship, like that whole group, that cool kids group that they have going on, it's a relationship built on lies. It's a superficial relationship, and thing about Hachiman and Yukinon are that they hate like superficial things. But the thing about Yukinon is that even though she's part of the service club as well, and she's trying her best to find a long-term solution, we learn that, one, she doesn't like it when people hate her, because we see when her sister Haruno mentions it, that even though she hates her family, she doesn't want them to hate her. We learn more about Yukinon and her character. So the thing is, like, Yukinon, she looks for like the long-term solution, a solution that's actually possible and that will actually work. But the thing is, she takes too long, and she feels like she has too much to lose. And the thing about Hachiman is that he has nothing to lose, and that's the scariest thing about him. Like, he likes the status quo, and if he could get back if he can make anything back to the status quo, he's willing to do that. And we even get to see more of Hachiman's backstory back when he was in middle school, when we have Haruno is like, she's like teasing Hachiman, and we learn that when Haruno, Yukino's sister, is teasing you, she likes you or she thinks you're interesting. And thing is, like, when that girl from Hachiman's middle school comes up, and whatever her name was, like Orimoto or something like that, she like Orimoto and her friend were just gonna like walk away after saying hi to Hachiman like once, right? That's usually how it goes in real life too. But thing is, Haruno tries to start up a conversation, and like she brings Hayama into this, which Hayama, I still think you're a dickbag. That's a new one for me. And the reason why I'm not liking Hayama at the moment is because like Hachiman did something for him, and he says thank you, but like he knows it, like Hachiman knows it's not sincere or anything. But thing is, like, Hayama can help Hachiman, but he doesn't do so. Anyway, back to Yukino's sister Haruno and that one girl Orimoto. You see that like they're bringing like Haruno's trying to dig deeper, but Hachiman, he tried to forget all about that, and for some moment of his life he has suppressed it, and that's good, and that's gone. But then like she just keeps on bringing it back up, and that Orimoto girl doesn't make it any better for him, and then he remembers, and like we see his like his past. You see Hachiman trying to go for relationships, and you see that he gets turned down, like it's like normal life, like real life, where like someone, like a guy can text a girl, but the girl doesn't respond. You're like hoping that she responds or whatnot, but she doesn't, and so like it's just like you see why Hachiman has nothing to lose, because he literally doesn't have anything. And going back to the episode as a whole, I totally forgot that the sensei made a competition out of Hachiman and Yukino, and who can be like the better helper, who can solve the most situations, and I totally forgot about that. I'm glad they brought it back up, and I'm glad to see that it's a tie, sort of. Technically Hachiman is in the lead, but like Yukino is better, like ways are better. Sort of, her ways are sort of better, because thing is, back in season 1, she was asked to help whoever was the student council president at the time to get a festival going. And the thing is, I believe it was a student council president, wasn't doing anything. She, like, her methods were lazy and cheap, and she just wasn't doing anything. But the thing about Yukino is that she didn't like talk to her, she didn't discuss about the situation, she didn't try to help or anything. She just like sat there and be like still, while Hachiman himself, like, he's going out there trying to solve the situation as best as he can, even if it gets him hated on. And like Yukino, like, she says she hates it, but she doesn't do anything to solve the problem. We even see in the last episode that even though she was trying to help, even though she was in a different class, she was like, oh, here's a spot where they can confess and all of this. It's like she didn't help the situation. Like, Hachiman had to do the short term and throwing him under the bus solution. That way they can get like results. And that's why those two are butting heads, because they don't like how each other are acting, they don't like each other's methods, and this is what I love about the series. Anyway, my grade for the episode, I give it an A. It was amazing. Like, this series is like crack. I just want more and more and more. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this review, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your thoughts about the episode down below. But anyway, don't forget to leave a like if you think the video deserves it. Subscribe to my channel if you like what you saw and you haven't already. And I'll see you guys all next time for Seraph at the End, Fate Stay Night, Plastic Memories, all the good stuff. So until then, bye.